Remnants of a bygone era. Hello everyone, welcome to my review of Transformers Buzzworthy Bumblebee Origin Bumblebee! And with this, even though technically it really isn't, I will dub the remainder of this week as Bumblebee Week. The B Week, just like I did with Origin Jazz and Origin Wheeljack way back when. Finally, we're getting to Origin Bumblebee for his own week, even though he has to share the spotlight with 86 Optimus, but you know, that's kind of what you get when you increase it for only this year, the reviews to 3. But let's look at the little guy, because I've heard a lot of people say that this is the best one out of the 3. I will say, to me, Jazz is the best one, but I also actually really like this guy. He's got a fun little transformation. He's a fun little guy, as Bumblebee usually tends to be a fun little guy. So let's get close here and just go down here and just like look at his noggin. Very much accurate to what he looked like in the first episode of the Transformers, or G1 as people call it. Nice chest here to resemble the Earth mode chest, because here he doesn't really turn into an Earth mode. He turns into a disc, basically. But in the show model, he did already have the Earth mode chest, which was actually funny. So it's nice to see them have that here. They did the same thing with Jazz and Wheeljack, so it's nice that they did that. And we go and here, the arms. We got some nice yellow and black arms right here. And then we got some nice legs. We got some nice big stompers. He's got some big feet. You can plant him down. He'll stand for sure. And then on the back, he basically has the top of the vehicle mode, which it just unfolds into basically the vehicle mode. But overall, he's a nice little guy. Also, nice Autobot symbol right there on the chest, as I am looking right now at my 86 Bumblebee. Also, that's right, the reason that we had to wait for this review, because I did the review for Wheeljack and Jazz a while ago, like earlier this year, and only now am I getting to Buzzworthy Bumblebee, even though I've had him for the entire time, is because I was waiting for this little lad, who was very much out of focus, but I don't care. But now that he's here, we can do that. And by the way, this is going to be the Saturday upload, because I did say in the open box video that today was going to be Steeljaw Day, which I was wrong about because I forgot I had to do this review. So after I recorded that open box, edited it, uploaded it, I looked at my shelf and was like, oh, Origin Bumblebee, I forgot about you. So Steeljaw will be next week on Tuesday, and upcoming Saturday will be 86 Bumblebee. Let's just get that straight, alright? But it's not just Bumblebee time, because it's also accessory time. So Wheeljack, I need your help for a quick second here, because I forgot to untab this. He comes with, for the longest time, in my opinion, was actually the most disappointing element of this guy. He comes with a bunch of rods. And I thought that these were very disappointing, because there is no way to store the rods on this Bumblebee, nor can he actually hold them. Because his hands are fused shut, he actually can't hold them, which I always hated. So I put this off to the side and into a bag until I got Origin Wheeljack, at which point I just attached it to him. But they're all the same, so these are some nice looking rods that he put in the back of Wheeljack in the first episode. So he comes with that. But that's not all he comes with, because he actually comes with a lot. However, that was most of it. Next up, what he comes with is obviously his little pistol, as he should always have a pistol when the Decepticons could potentially attack at any moment. You never know. Look at that beautiful little pistol. Let's look at the other side of the pistol as well, which is basically the same as the first side, but there you go. And he can hold that very much in his hand if need be. Like so. And then finally, what it comes with. Now, I will say, I don't actually know if this was in the first episode. It has been a very long time since I watched the first episode. And he comes with a jetpack? Why does he have a jetpack? I don't know why he has a jetpack, but he comes with a jetpack that, as you can see on his back, he's got a hole. By the way, the gun can also store on the back here. But you can just plug this in, and voila, a jetpack. Let's look at this jetpack. Very nice looking jetpack. But I find it weird that he comes with a jetpack, because the fact that, you know, I don't remember him having a jetpack. I thought he just escaped the building and put the rods in Wheeljack, and then they drove off. So I don't know where the jetpack comes from, but it is nice that he actually comes with a jetpack. Because, you know, it's interesting. And if it's accurate to the show, comment it down below. It would be very much helpful for me if you guys commented down below. It's not entirely cheap stuff for engagement purposes only. It's also because I actually don't know. but it's a nice jetpack. So let's get the jetpack out of the way as well. The gun out of his hand. And let's go into the articulation segment of this little boy. So starting off his head, get a rotate, a full rotation. You got a little bit of up and down as well. Not really much side to side. Tiny bit side to side. Then his arms can fully rotate around. They can go in and out. You have a swivel here at the arm and a bend that goes more than the normal 90, and also his hand can move in. However, as you can see in here, there is no ball joint, so we do not have side to side motion. Next up, his waist can actually rotate if need be. However, if you go too far, it will look a bit weird because of the fact that, as you can see, it is not in the middle, it's actually on an edge, but that's for transformation purposes. Next up, his legs can go forward about that far. They can go backwards about that far. They can go in and out. You got a swivel here. You got a bend at the knee. That doesn't really go all that far, but you can actually untab this piece here and get a little bit more of a further bend. Not much more, but you do get more, so that's nice. And then finally his feet can move forward like this. They can go backwards because they actually do shivvy out. This is for transformation purposes. However, because of this, you have a bunch of stuff. And also, he has an ankle tilt as well. But you can go forward, you can go backwards, you can basically go every which way with this foot. It is very much a versatile foot, if I do say so myself. So, now that we've looked at all of that, let's move the accessories a bit more out of the way, put you off to the side, so we can look at Bumblebee and Bumblebee for size comparison. Here they are. The 86 Bumblebee is finally also in my collection, which means now we have the double Bumblebee, and my goodness, do they look very good together. What he was and what he is. I'm very much a fan of the 86 Bumblebee, so that review will be mostly positive, and I love having these two together. I don't know why they ended the Buzzworthy Bumblebee line. I mean, Hatchet and Hound were supposed to be in there, but they were the cancelled ones. But I don't get why they cancelled the Buzzworthy Bumblebee line. But they look very good together, and this is what they look like from the back. Very much good looking. Now, this Bumblebee also is very kibbly, but that is specifically because of the fact that this Bumblebee is, well, he turns into something that he ain't supposed to, that the body doesn't really want to turn into, in that sense. Because the body wants to become this guy, but this needs to turn into a disc, so it doesn't work. So, with them, let's move Bumblebee out of the way. Bumblebee will probably come back. You know what? Actually, let's keep Bumblebee in the action, and let's pull in Optimus Prime. The 86 Commander class leader of the Autobots, of course. This is what he looks like with him. And obviously the Tuesday review, because we did have another one of those 90 reviews, so. And they look very good together. Obviously not what Optimus looked like back in the Generation 1 first episode. And let's move Bumblebee out of the way as well, so we can pull in the Origin buddies. We have Wheeljack and we have Jazz. Looking very, very good together. Finally, the first episode Autobot set is up. It's not really in the middle. Let's move a little bit more this way. There you go. Finally, the first episode Autobot set is completely reviewed on my channel. Fantastic looking. I like these figures together. Now, obviously, all of them have kibble, but I will say this, Jazz is still my favorite. So let's move the Origin buddies out of here. So I can actually, we'll put you back in here because it wouldn't really make sense to grab the other one. Because I gotta do it. No, 86 Prime Boy. The Jazz Sideswipe and Ironhide size comparison, as I have to do it. I always have to do it for Generation 1. And why not pick the Origin Jazz, as Optimus Prime is lying in the back because he fell over. There you go. Very nice looking. So let's move them out of the way. Let's pull you in a little bit closer. Lower that camera. And let's go into that transformation into the disc. Alright, so let's transform Origin Bumblebee. So what you want to start off with is you want to start off with the backpack. And you want to open it up. Lift this piece out. Tab it into place like so, and there you go. That's basically the backpack done. And what you want to do is you want to come to the chest and undo it from here. Lift this forward, and then push it all the way up above his head. Then in here, you can rotate this around without moving the rest with a hinge up here. And just rotate it around like so. And for now, let's just leave it at that, because there's a lot more that goes into the transformation. So next up, what you want to do is you want to rotate the waist around all the way. Take the arms, just straighten them out, fold in the hands, as you can see, and then rotate them around. And then this tab here is going to slide into that slot on the other arm. So basically you have to align everything perfectly so that you can just stab these two together like so. Fantastic. Like, then we come down to the legs where most of the transformation is going to happen. So what you want to start off with is you want to fold these side pieces here all the way out. Then what you want to do is this is what I personally like to do. I like to straighten these out. So on this upper hinge here, you want to rotate so that it just sits like that. So just sit like that. Oh, that explains why you were loose during the main video. There you go, it's back in as it should be and stay there. Then what you want to do is you want to come here and just rotate this forward like so. Do the same thing on the other side, so rotate this forward like so. And if need be, you get the foot out of the way, which we will now get into. Because what you want to do is you want to extend the foot like so. Let me just show it off on this side as well. So basically what you want to do is you want to rotate this out like so that you extend the foot down. Then what you want to do is you want to rotate the foot, and then this tab here is going to slide into the slot right there. And this tab here is going to go under there, so you just want to take it, get it in there, tab everything here together like so. Do the same thing on the other side, so just bring this thing in, tab it in on one, and then tab it in on number 2 as well, and there you go. Then what you want to do is you want to take this piece here and straighten it out like so. Straighten it out like so, and now we're going to tackle a little bit of a problem that I personally have with this figure, at least a problem that always persists on my copy. Because now what you want to do is you want to rotate these things so that they look like that, so that we can bring these in from the outside. So what you want to do is you want to use the knee bend kind of to bring this in, and then you want to take this tab here and you want to get it under the crotch piece right there, like so. Do the same thing on the other side. There's also a little hook here that needs to go under this piece, so just be mindful of that. Probably should have used that one the first time. And this is the problem that I usually encounter when I'm trying to transform this guy, and that is the fact that this piece here keeps popping off, what I do not like. So you want to basically take this, push it in there, and then push it out like so, of course. And you need to get it to look like this. Hopefully yours don't keep popping off like mine do. And then for the final little touch, what you need to do is you need to bend this backwards like so, and push down on it so that it can hook on everything that it needs to hook on. And then finally also push this up in order to create that front of the thing. And voila, here we got Bumblebee in disc mode. So here we got disc B, Bumble disc. I think Bumble disc sounds better. So Bumble disc in his disc mode. I don't know what else to call this. I mean, this thing flies, it hovers a bit. As you saw in the first episode, it kind of hovers a bit. It also has no wheels. It's kind of like Cosmo in a way. But it is an interesting looking vehicle mode, but I love the transformation that we did to get here, to be honest. Everything kind of moved out of its way. It's not really a shell former because yes, the shell is there, but the legs do some interesting crazy stuff in order to get into place. Very much like it. And the vehicle mode looks actually really good. I very much enjoy it, from the top anyway. From the bottom, obviously, it's a big mess, but from the top, it looks very nice. And I love how the actual chest of Bumblebee integrates in here to the front. I love how they have like that fake chest that kind of resembles this little guy, and just have that actually be integrated instead of like Jazz, who hides it under, or Wheeljack, who also hides it under. They actually integrate it here, so that is actually a point for Bumblebee. However, I don't like this connection and the fact that this piece keeps popping off. I absolutely hate that. Do not like that one bit. But let's look at the details, because we do have some details in here. As you can see, some nice little panel work over here. And I mean, it's a yellow disc, what do you want? But also we got some silver here at the front. We got a nice Autobot symbol. We got nice clear plastic here, which I'm not the biggest fan of clear plastic, but I do like the blue shade that is here. I very much would have liked it if it was painted, but you know, you can't have everything. And also here you can kind of see the different shades of yellow, which is really apparent. I mean, the 86 Bumblebee doesn't really have that problem. It's got a little bit of it, but we'll get to that one Saturday. But here it's just like this is different from this, which is different from that, which it's just a bunch of different stuff. Oh well, but it looks nice. So, with that being said, let's look at the weapon integration. So let's make the pistol, that is the correct pistol. And we have 3 holes on here, so you can just plug it in if you want to on any of these upper holes. Like so he can shoot as he can. And then also you got the, oh no, Bumblebee! He's got the hole up here for the jetpack to be integrated as well. Like this to go speed mode, which this might actually be how this jetpack thing was used. I don't remember. However, if you want integration for these things, buy this guy. Because he doesn't have it. He can't do anything with these things. No. Didn't want to do that. Accidentally dropped it. Yeah. No integration, not really anyway. They are basically accessories for Wheeljack that came with Bumblebee 5 years before Wheeljack ever came out. But overall, very nice. So, that was the accessory integration. And since we don't have articulation, let's look at the size comparison. Starting off with the Bumblebee size comparison. Very nice looking. I have issues with this Bumblebee's vehicle mode from myself personally, but I'll get there Saturday. But overall, these two are very much nice looking. Totally different vehicles. Like, he was a disc. And then he becomes a car. It's like entirely different from what he was and what he will be. But they all were kind of like that. But at least like Jazz has more of like a, like you can see where he came from. You know, you can kind of see the similarities within the car and the vacuum cleaner. But with Bumblebee, it's just like, it's entirely different. However, I do like that. It shows how versatile Bumblebee is. He can be anything he wants to be, except for, you know, tall. But outside of that, he can be whatever he wants to be. Let's move you out of the way so we can bring in the Origin buddies. Vacuum cleaner and Wheeljack. I actually forgot to undo this clear piece under here. There you go, that's better. But here he is with Wheeljack and Jazz. Very, very good. Now about integration. Let's get Jazz out of here. What you can do with Wheeljack is you can open up his back if you can. Open up the top. Pull these pieces down, and then with Bumblebee, what you can do, you can just untap these side pieces, rotate them around and all the way around, and fold this back. Kind of like as if we are going back into robot mode, so just do that to do that. And then you can kind of slide Bumblebee in the back over here, like so. And then you can fold this back up, fold this all the way in, close it back up, and here we have Bumblebee integrated in the back of Wheeljack as he was in episode 1 of the Transformers cartoon from 1980-something. 1984. It's the 40th anniversary, and it's now 2024. Crying out loud, it was 1984. You should have known this. Alright, but let's open him up because this is not Wheeljack's review. This is actually Bumblebee's video, so we need to get Bumblebee for most of this stuff. Let's move Wheeljack off to the side. And Bumblebee's back just like normal for more size comparisons. So what shall we do next? Well, next up we have the leader of the Autobots himself, Optimus Prime. Looking very good together. Now, I don't know if this disc guy fits into the back of Optimus Prime's trailer, so let's find out. We have a chance if we fold these pieces here up and around again. See if he can fit. He can fit! Bam! Bumblebee's gone. I didn't know that was gonna fit. Oh no. Come out, please. Thank you. This thing fits better than the Autobot cars that I have. That is surprising, actually. Very shocking. And then finally, here is the Jazz, Ironhide, and Sideswipe comparison. As you can see, there they are. Fantastic. Let's move everyone out of the way again. So we can pull you in here closer. Get Optimus Prime a little bit more out the way. Go down here, and let's go into the reverse transformation. So let's get the Origin Bee back to his robot mode. So what you want to start off with, or what I like to start off with, is I like to just grab this, untap it from the front here, and rotate it back like so. And then rotate it around again. And fold this in as well. There you go, that's one piece done. Now then, let us come under here so that we can untap this piece here and rotate a bit forward to get it out of the way. Then what you want to do is you would come in here and just undo the legs from each other and rotate them around. Now this piece is not going to pop off for once. I am absolutely shocked. Rotate the leg forward like so. Yes, you were all ready for some reason. And then untap the feet from back there and rotate it down like so. Do the same thing on the other side. So untap the foot and rotate it out of the way. get this piece, and there is a, oh, there goes the piece. That was one of these days that a piece was gonna pop off. But what you want to do is, as you can see in here, there's a little tab that goes into that slot up there. So you basically want to take it and tab it in. Do the same thing on the other side. Like so. Then what you want to do, come to the front, rotate the foot. Well, rotate the leg so that everything is straight. And then with this foot, what you want to do is you want to get that little thing in here. So you basically want to collapse the foot in, like so. And there you go. Legs are done. Then what you can do is you can come to the front and untab the arms from each other and rotate them around, which is a little... For me, it's a little bit difficult to grab that. So let's see if a part separator can get it out. There you go. Rotate it all the way around, like so. Then what you can do is rotate the waist around, now that we have actual room, now that the arms are out of the way. And then what you can do is you can take this piece here, undo it like so. And then rotate it all the way down and in, and then collapse it in on itself, like so. Bam, the chest is done. Now then, for the final touch for the main thing, what you want to do is you want to grab it here and just undo it. Be careful, clear plastic and everything, and it's not the thickest. So undo it, rotate it in, and then also rotate this around like so that his backpack is now done. And then for the final finishing touch, his gun was hiding under the jetpack. That's why I couldn't find it, and that's why there was a cut there. But you want to basically take the hands and rotate them around. And obviously, if it's possible, I like to use the weapons in order to do it, because the weapons are meant to go into the hands. And here we have, after all is said and done, Origin Bumblebee back in his robotic mood. So, final thoughts time. What do I think of this guy? I very much like this little guy. Yes, he is very kibbly, but obviously that is because of the Cybertronian mode. Not necessarily mashing well with the Earth mode that he's gonna get later on. But overall, they did a really good job with this Bumblebee. I am absolutely a very big fan. And while I do like Jazz more, I think this thing is great. Now, would I recommend him? Yes, but only if you go for the whole set, for all three of them. Because of the fact that it wouldn't really make sense to just buy this guy, because also you're kind of stuck with these things that just don't go anywhere. And you need Wheeljack, and at that point, just buy the Jazz as well. I mean, you almost got the whole set complete, so just buy the Jazz as well. But that would be my recommendation. I would say yes, but only if you want to go for the whole thing. And if not, just go for 86 Bumblebee. Not that it's obviously a better figure, but it's because of the fact that it's more recognizable, because this is such a niche little thing. But that has been my review of Transformers Buzzworthy Bumblebee Deluxe Class Origin Bumblebee. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on that bell, and comment your thoughts on this figure. And please check out my Let's Play channel, linked in the description and at the end of the video. I upload 3 videos every day of different games, but mainly Pokemon. And I'll see you guys in the next review. Bye!